Welcome to day 14 of Learn AI with me. So, we have covered ChatGPT, we've covered Notebook LM, we've talked about Gemini, we've covered Canva in depth. We've started talking about how AI allows you to accelerate your actual busy work. Not busy work, but your projects that are really important. My client wants to remain visible on social. So over the last couple of days, we've been talking about how I can use my CRM, automate your hustle, in order to quickly batch out all of her February content this week so that I don't have to touch it again. And she'll be posting in our sleep, hopefully making money in our sleep. And if she makes more money, she can pay me more money to manage more of her business on the marketing end. And so everybody wins, but everybody doesn't have to do all the work at all hours of the day. I can ensure that her business stays relevant throughout February while she's working events or taking care of her family. And so, accelerated purpose to me is like, it's not just buying back your time, it's about being able to do so much more and have much greater impact in a much shorter time period. And that's what that's all about to me. So, I hope that you've been taking your notes, writing down your questions, figuring out how you would use AI. Of the tools that I've talked about Base 44 and Bolt. I've told you about Perplexity, which is one of my favorites, but we haven't talked about it and I've really shown you it. But if you've done your research, then you're starting to see that these aren't just a monolith. AI isn't just one thing. It's a variety of things. It's different ways to access faster streams of solutions and information that can get you positioned, paid, I don't know, packaged, preferred, presented, pitched, all of the things, pitch ready. So I hope that you are using AI and I hope that you are starting to figure out which tools you need for you. No need to go spend all your money on every single tool. Maybe start with one, or if you are someone who needs to accelerate even faster, maybe start with three. But the more that you use it, the better you are going to be at creating the solutions that you need in your world. I didn't start building mini apps like a batch better bingo game on Canva overnight. And even when I knew how to structurally do that, it still took me like 20 to 30 iterations, which means it didn't take me a single day because I was back and forth with Canva. I got frustrated. I needed to walk my puppy. It wasn't that the timing completely collapsed. I didn't make it in a second. I still had to flesh out my idea. I still had to bring to fruition the vision I had, but I was able to do it faster and I was able to do it on my own. I was able to be empowered to learn a shortcut, not the whole steps. I still wouldn't call myself a coder, but I can vibe code pretty well. So, I know I've been showing you a CRM, but I felt like I needed to be a little bit lighter and remind you about the fun, not the work. So, today is about a little bit of the fun. And I'm going to show you an app that I am beta testing. This is an AI built and powered app, meaning that one of my AI mentors, Side Hustle Mentor, who is one of the founders of Automate Your Hustle, he used one of his preferred AI tools. I want to say Bolt, and he had an idea. He coded it, gave the information that was needed. I don't know what that is. I'm not going to give his IP either. But he was able to do that, and he made an incredible app that solves some questions and some problems and some issues for us really quickly. One problem, quick solutions. So I'm showing you that today. We're going to have a little bit of fun, and I'm going to keep this really short so that you can get back to your day. But you can still say that you learned something new with AI. Okay? Sound like a plan? Yeah, let's do it. Okay. I have to share my screen, which means, give me a couple seconds while I click the buttons. Oh, this one was quick. We're here now. We're here now. This is Viral Thumbnail Creator. It is in beta testing mode right now. soon to be available. So, any interest, let me know in the comments. I can make sure that you have the connection that you need. But it's helping me because, as you all know, I'm on this 30-day YouTube video sprint. And I chose to talk about AI, which is something I use. I think I use it all every day. And when I don't, I start to feel like life is moving slower or I am processing information slower. So I like to have AI. It helps me move faster, helps me get a lot more things done in my day. But it also really helps me with my creativity. So I always have all of these ideas. I want to do this. I want to try this. I want to try this. And AI really helps me to take that idea from out of my head and give it some shape, right? It may not be perfect, but it can have shape. If I want to think about a new shirt design, I can use some AI, I can use Canva. If I wanted to write a new book, I would still want to write it myself, but maybe I needed to use ChatGPT on like, how do I position this for an editor? Can you please review this for grammatical issues? I'm stuck right here. Give me 3 options as far as what to consider and how to pull this out and end this chapter, right? Still my book, but supported with tools that help us make faster, more efficient, more informed decisions. Okay, this app that I'm beta testing lets me run my creativity all the way up. Okay? This is why I love this app. Because I'm beta testing it, I have a good amount of credits to work with. And with that, I'm going to take this 30-day series and I'm going to think about how I am presenting my thumbnails. Right now, I need to show them to you, obviously. So now we've got to go into YouTube. All right, we'll share this tab instead. Okay, and we're inside of YouTube. Okay, let's view all. Okay, I've been posting some other things, so don't mind that. But okay, this template, and I've been watching, so this is my watch history, not my video history. Let's go to my videos. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, I think I am going to dashboard. No, no, it's content. Okay. You see me, I see you, we see it, we see the thing now. Okay, I finally made it where I needed to go. So we've got, let's turn that off. I've got, not we, I've got. But what I have here are, if I'm on day 14, I've got 13 thumbnails, about 9 to 10 of which are pretty templated, right? I chose the formation of the text, like how I wanted to lay out. I wanted people to see the date quickly. I wanted to give a little bit of graphic fun to the way the text orientation was. And then I put my picture in there, but the template had it, I wanted to simplify it. So I made it black and white. And if y'all don't know me, then you might not click. And as you can see, my views are little. And it's okay. I'm very new to YouTube, but this is a getting it done, not getting it perfect. So sometimes you're going to hear videos where there's a little I might, be talking to my puppy. I might go longer than I intended to. That has happened a few times. We're trying to bring back in. But for me, this is an experience journey, and then I'll figure out what I want to do with it. But this to me is like an asset. It's only going to appreciate over time. If you know, you know, you caught that. I'm not even gonna say it again. If you know, you know, and you caught that. So I'm doing my 30-day daily sprint, which means I need 30 covers. Well, 28 no, I'm doing 30 days, even though February is longer than that, and I started in the middle of January. So either way, neither here nor there. 30-day sprint on YouTube means I need 30 thumbnails. And for my ease and my sanity, when I started this challenge, I did not want to make anything difficult. So I went to Canva. I found me a little quick template. I didn't even AI yet. I just found a template. No AI, just a template. Popped my pictures in there, added some different colors each day, changed the date, and I moved on with my days. But as I've been watching my channel, and I've been thinking about what I want to do with it, one of the things I would love to learn is what does work and what doesn't. And so I started to slowly change up a couple of my thumbnails. They're no longer just templated, right? Like I have a few, for instance, I made this one for yesterday. and I got 2 views. I made this one 2 days ago, and I had 0 views, and I'm also thinking that that 1 view is mine. But before I put this on there, which I still think looks boring, before I put that on there, it was a 2D illustration, and I'll show it to you because we're in the thumbnail app today. But it got 0, and I was like, "Okay, so that's not gonna work." Um, and maybe the brand it was working better. I don't know yet. That's the thing is I'm testing it. I added a Marvel superhero one. You'll see it close up. Don't even worry about it right now. And I went back to my first one and I changed it up to one of the first viral thumbnail created designs that I made. So let's go back over into the thumbnail app that I'm beta testing. In beta testing, it means that I get to use it and give the creator of the app, the founder of this app, feedback so that he can make it better when before he puts it on the market and makes it available to other people because there will be like a cost associated to use it at scale. So day 13, I'm gonna let that sit a little bit, although she does not look like me, but that's okay. I'm not bothered because it's data right now. It's not perfection. I could easily go into Canva using the hacks that I've been telling you about and do what? A one-click removal. We talked about that, right? I can use the magic eraser tool. She is segmented enough that Canva would identify her by herself, and I could just take her right out, and I could put me in there if I wanted to. So I'm not worried about that. And that was a one and done. I didn't even iterate on that. I found it, liked it, ran it because quicker the better. Done is better than perfect. Sometimes when I wanted things done perfect, although I recorded every single day, some of my uploads crossed that daily mark. So my uploads are not in perfect chronological order, and that's okay because we're going with done over perfect. Okay, which means what did I do? I said this works, I posted it, and I kept it moving because I had other things to do with my day. But the point is, it's quick. I gave it a prompt, it moved quickly. Now, this one I worked on a few times. I did some back and forth. So let's talk about it. I started by giving it a pretty detailed prompt. I kind of wanted this idea that I had 5 tools I was recommending. Now, we've already seen the video if you've been following the whole journey, my 5 AI tools that I recommend. And I was like, okay, I needed a more engaging thumbnail than this template. And I was like, 5, what about 5 action heroes, Marvel style? And I started to lay them out. Like, Canva looks like this. Notebook LM looks like this. Base 44 looks like this and feels like that. ChatGPT knows everything, right? I said ChatGPT is creative friendly, but can see all the paths and solutions first, sporting a cool black and white fit. And so I gave it details like that, and guess what? It gave me all of those. And my persona, as in me, I've given it some images of me, so it obviously captures my curly hair. And my skin tone. Happy Black History Month. It's February where I'm at. I don't know what day it is where you're at, but it's technically a 365 event for my family. If you know, if you know. So I gave it I gave it some great information. They did a lot though, right? And that's why I have an extra arm because I gave it a lot of information, so I got an extra arm. So I had to make some tweaks. I said, "Hey, I don't even like that director." I actually told her to remove it. They just moved her around. I wanted her out of there because I felt like all the people were enough and she was just extra. But then they switched it. Everybody's not looking the same direction, which gives a little bit more cohesiveness. And I was like, okay, that's not bad. I liked her hands. Like, high five. Like, come on, like 5 duels. So I was like, okay, that's not bad. But can we make it better was my question. And so that's when I started to play with, if you can see down here, I have these different like filters, styles, Um, and so I started playing with it. And I think this one is the 2D version, which was cute, but I wasn't sure it was gonna actually get views. Plus, they named them something different. I was like, nah, that's supposed to be Canva, Chat, Notebook LM, Automate Your Hustle, and Base 44. And it says Leo and Raphael, not Chat. So I was like, okay, you got that. So if you don't do nothing else, you have to put the names on there. So we got the names on there. But if you notice, they took the book and they flattened it. So I did try to get, and I kept it in 2D, but then I wanted it to change the style. Actually, maybe I didn't want them to change the style. I just wanted them to be back on the book. I said they should be in the notebook. They were in chat. I mean, the prompt, the AI tool was like, okay, sure. And they did. And all they really did was gave, I thought they did a small change. I don't think they made any changes, probably because they was like, we did it. I said, have ChatGPT put his hand down because he was doing a Happy Black History Month, is what he was doing. And I was like, Chat, we love allyship around here. However, maybe just hand down. The way they have you depicted, let's just put hand down, especially since everybody on the scene isn't doing the same thing. But then the expression was looking crazy. And then yeah, it didn't get better directly, so I did leave it alone and I went with the first one that I at least liked, which was this 5, right? 5, can you see her? She look on me. Alrighty. So as you can see, I'm playing around and it's very easy to use this tool. I give it a quick prompt and I'm able to obviously generate a video. What is also cool is that I'm able to use oh yeah, when I was trying to play with the concept of the Simpsons, but I didn't have the right style and I didn't have enough personas. So this is my first iteration. I only gave it like 2 pictures of me, but then I had to give it more. So you want better images, you got to give more pictures. So if I wanted it to look even more like me, I'd give it more, but it's sufficient because done and posted. But there's a virality score where if I uploaded one of my old thumbnails that don't work, let's do that. I think you'd be interested to see. If I put one of my old thumbnails, I'm gonna do this one because although I like the green, I don't like anything else about it. I just don't think that they cohesively work. Actually, the dress actually does go with the green because it's like animal print, but it's just I don't like on top of this template there was like these texture marks. You see the gray. So anyway, I don't like day 11. It's my least favorite. This tool, right? Problem meets solution. Problem, we need YouTube thumbnails, and sometimes people don't have time to be thinking about Canva, graphic design skills. They need a quick tool. This is my quick tool. You need to find yours. This is still in beta mode, but if you're interested, put the comments together and I can get you the information when it's available. This is my quick tool for thumbnail creating covers, right? This is the era we're in. What's your quick solution or your preferred method for doing what it is you need to do? And by preferred, I mean that's the consumer mindset. If you're a CEO or a business person, a professional, you might have to use whatever the business is using. They might not be using chat because chat GPT doesn't have enough regulations and restrictions, and they might be using Copilot because Microsoft thinks about that type of information and locking it down. So I hated this thumbnail the most, not because of the elements individually, like I'm cute, the leaves in general is a cute color, vibrant. I hate the texture on top of it, just like the yellow. It just no, right? So it gave it a 41, which I might have gave it a 27. You feel me? It gave it a 41, 35 on virality, 40 on clarity, 55 on idea. Okay. 30 on curiosity. No one's curious about it. No one's interested. And they said, okay, she's smiling, so she got some emotion. I got 45. The vertical text layout, very difficult to read. Okay, they went information first, but I really feel like it's the images. I do. But this tool allows me to take that terrible thumbnail, hit one click fix, and it's going to attempt to give me a better one. It tries to keep it within the family though. That's the thing. I want to keep them different. I didn't like the templates to begin with, and that's why you saw all my iterations. I had my day 1. Oh, she kind of cute. That actually looks like me too. I mean, it is me, and they just added the color. That's actually the color that I was wearing. I think I like it because it looked like me. They even replaced the painting in the background. That was not the original. I'm not mad at it, honestly. It's kind of cute. Um, oh, they put it in my, oh, so every single one of my iterations. No, why did they put it in there? Okay, no worries. I like it though. My face is a little bit more than it is, like just a little bit. Like they just not distorted it, amplified some of the aspects, just accentuated. I don't know. They made him a little bit more noticeable. Hmm. I don't know how I feel about it. I think I could have done like I think they could have made they no, they took the template and made it better. They definitely took the template and made it better. They definitely took the template and made it better. I can't even tell you they didn't. Day 11, I think that was. Yeah, day 11. Can I go back and look at that? No, I can't go back. Don't go back. Yes, you cannot go back. And that's not a problem. We got what we needed out of that. So thumbnail remixer would allow me to borrow creativity from other people that I see work really well, but I have to have a template in my reservoir that's similar enough for them, the AI, to make a better version. Personas is obviously where I uploaded my images. Helping guide is where I can leave feedback about. Actually, no, that's how I use the site. Submit requests is where I can obviously provide my. What am I trying to say? Where I can obviously provide my feedback to the person that built this app. So I've shown you around and I want to do one prompt. Okay, that was my day 6. Actually, I don't this is similar, right? I put the original in here and they just you see how they move the images around. I was wearing blue that day. They made it yellow. I wasn't mad at the yellow. The yellow was kind of cute. But I do think we could do better. So actually let's see. Let's play. So this I know I'm supposed to be doing work, but today we're playing with creativity. So although I did just share you guys about the tool because I didn't feel like y'all knew what it was. So anyway, dark documentary is probably not gonna end up on my feed, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Um the scary reality if you don't learn the AI tools and secrets, but everyone else learns it. Title, um, Unlocking AI Secrets, Day 6. Total extraness. That was not what the video is about. I'm giving it creative freedom. And like I said, I like to play. And so this is how I use, oh my goodness. That is not me. Oh, I didn't even say use me. Okay. Let's say swap the woman out for Kimi. Let's try that. This was, I mean, honestly, I kind of would click on it. One click, one prompt is what I should say. One prompt. Okay, okay. Interesting. Now I'm wondering if dark documentary, let's see. Let's say the woman has a has a hopeless, lost look. Actually, I'm gonna put this in a new one. We're gonna use the same prompt, but just a brand new design. Kimi, dark documentary, same prompt. And just see if I do get a black woman or if this is one of the feedbacks I need to give to my the person that built this app and say, hey, dark documentary skews to one type of ethnographic demographic. Oh no, there she goes, as in me. There I go. Oh wow. I'm not gonna hold you. Wow. Okay. Now I've got to see what it looks like with the Mr. Beast of it all. Oh my goodness. I think it's gonna still be similar because I'm in the same I would have to open up a new design so that the prompt feels fresh to it. Yeah. Let's do a new design, but Mr. Beast. Same exact prompt. Same prompt. Just a different and that's the thing about AI, right? You change a word, you change a sentiment. When I say sentiment, like tell ooh, we're gonna have to discuss that in just a minute. But read this to me like it's a poem. Teach this to me like you're my second grade science teacher. Is going to give a different generate a result, a different answer to your prompt, based on the word, based on the way you're asking it to give you. So in this case, I'm changing the filter. Words are the same. Persona is the same. You see, the outfit I keep wearing is the same. I kind of like this emotional marketing. I usually skew towards happy and, likable, but this idea of scary and oh my god, what would happen? Kind of kind of up there on the click. I feel like I would click on those more than I would click on the ones I showed you where I'm just like smiling and the information is laid out cute. This is like, oh my god, there's a cost to not knowing what I don't know. Hmm. Okay. Now we've saw clean tech. That was that boring one that kind of looked like clean tech looks like professional and polished. Illustrated 2D was like the Simpsons one, not the picture one, but the yellow one. Neon Gaming did some good ones, but so far, Dark Documentary and Mr. Beast, which are the first two filter options, so I think he did a great job putting them kind of in an order. Um, I think that those were worthwhile. I think it's worth it to show you number three just because we're here. But yeah, what is your solution for the problems that you have? I'm currently on a YouTube journey, and so I need to make thumbnails, and I haven't been doing YouTube. Wow. I mean, I'd be looking at, oh, wow. I'm gonna have to talk to my social media about this and be like, put it on my stories and tell my people to, hey, would you click on my YouTube video if it looked like this? I think I would, but I don't know if it's just seeing me in a different light. If you have thoughts you want to put in the comments, you can, but no worries. I'm gonna ask my, the different people that I work with on a daily. But yeah, you can use any AI tool. You can use ChatGPT, you can use Gemini for image generation. Midjourney does some things, but you can't put your own reference image in there. So the tool you use matters. In this case, I am so appreciative that someone curated a solution to a problem that creators have. And that's a lane that I want to operate in, which is why I work closely with that individual and I respect and a side hustle mentor, founder of Automate Your Hustle. So I'm not trying to not shade it. I'm just saying, work through the business. Don't just hit the DMs, like buy into what they're selling because it's phenomenal. So yeah, Automate Your Hustle. If you want to hear more about that, you want to learn more about that program, that opportunity to build out your business in a CRM, let me know. But that's how I got access to this tool, which is in beta mode. And then when it hits the market, it will have, you know, different feelings, different thoughts. Your credits might move differently. And when your credits move differently, your prompts and your generations also move differently. So something to think about. But today I had some fun just playing around. I think for the sake of it, let's try some of these other ones. I know I'm not gonna like clean tech because I've already seen it. It's too clean, too polished, too professional. I did corporate for 7 years and I am very creative. So I really like color. I like emotional energy. And see that one, it bores me, but it's clean and it's non-controversial and no one would ever get mad. Okay, final one. Final filter option, Illustrated 2D. I like Illustrated 2D, but that might just be because I still have a lot of my curiosity, creativity from being a childhood level inside of me. Whereas, see, that's funny to me, but the thing is, on YouTube, people want to see real people. So the time that I posted a 2D, it didn't really generate more results. it had zeros until I went in there. So I don't think I'll be using this one, but that's not to say I don't like it. And it's not to say that I couldn't use it somewhere else. Like maybe I wanted to make a comic strip. This might be a great tool for that, but it wouldn't be a great tool for how my YouTube thumbnail covers for this specific series works. Now, if I create a different series and maybe inside of the series, instead of seeing my face, you were seeing something that was 2D, then this would work. And so I'm sharing a little bit of YouTube tips, but the idea is your tool does the work, but you still have to be the designer, the director, the shot caller, the referee, like you still have to be that person to say yes, no, calling the shots. Which way do we go? Is it light green? Is it yellow? Are we halting? Are we tossing, passing? Sorry, I'm not a sports girly, clearly. I did not keep any of the metaphors in one place. But yes, okay. And so, yes, this is a great tool if your intention is to quickly produce options for what a potential YouTube cover could look like. Now, if you're a graphic designer, you can make these on the fly on your own and you already have a very clear vision, more power to you. If you're a creator and you have ideas for what's inside the content, not what the content like looks like on the outside, then you might need AI tools. And you just need to find the ones that work for you. Let me know how your search is going in the comments. Don't forget how, what, and why. How would you use it? What are you using for and why? I just showed you mine for this one. YouTube is my problem. I've got 30 videos I've got to do. My thumbnails are boring. I need them to be more engaging. That's my why. And my how is my how is getting better every day that I use it. I know that although I like Illustrated in 2D, it doesn't resonate with this specific series. Clean tech, also a little bit too boring and too in the lines for me. Dark documentary was a surprising contender, high emotional value. Mr. Beast was, I mean, we know Mr. Beast and we know the viral aesthetic. It works, and there's nothing wrong with that. And so those are my top two now. And now I know that. So when I think about how moving forward as I build out more of these thumbnails, those are the two I'll be using. So I'm still in my CRM. I'm still going to be doing YouTube. I am a multi hyphenate creative, and I have my creative paintbrush and many tools. And the intention of this series is to expose you to new tools, but primarily help you think about how you are using these tools and why and what, because you don't need to use all of them. And if you watch day 2, which is the mindset, do you need it? Because if you don't have to use it. I need it. I have a lot of things I've got to do, build out, put out to the world, introduce people to myself with. I'm going to need a little bit of the help, and I need it to be done quickly. So yes. As a reminder, tomorrow we're back in the CRM. I've got a batch post for my client. I'm going to do some tonight, but I wanted today to be a little bit more fun. We've been working and now we had some fun. I showed you how my creativity gets sparked, ignited, just lit up by being able to do quick, easy, done like generations or prompts. And I have tools for that. Make sure you have tools for that. Start making your list, start practicing, start understanding what you like about the tool that you're using, what you don't like, what are the use cases. Push it. Maybe you didn't think, like I did not think I was going to like dark documentary. Boy, was I wrong. Maybe there are some things you're wrong about. You won't know until you go play. All right, go have fun. I'll see you tomorrow on day 15. We're almost halfway through. I'll see you on day 15. Bye.